Allen Iverson is joining us at the table. He's still got the tats and the cornrows, and you are still Allen Iverson. It's so good to see you, Allen.
Nice to see you too, Gary.
I have to say, I have to say, when I looked at that documentary, before I looked at the documentary, I had one judgment of you, and then after I looked at the documentary, I had another one.
Right.
I love that it starts with the song, I'm just a soul who's trying to be good. Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
Right.
That sort of sums up your life, doesn't it? You have felt very misunderstood.
Definitely. Because people really don't know who I am. I'm judged, obviously, by the idiot box and the newspaper. And, you know, I really wanted to do this because I wanted kids to see that, you know, they can make it regardless. You hit roadblocks in life, but I'm living proof that you can overcome those roadblocks and become what you want to become.
But let's talk about your roadblocks, because you were in prison.
Yeah.
From high school. You were jailed, but you were sentenced to 15 years in prison, right. Charged with maiming some people in a bowling alley. And the videotape shows you leaving the bowling alley before all of that stuff happened, and you were sentenced to 15 years in prison.
Yeah, definitely. I felt like it was unjust.
Allen Iverson may be the most controversial basketball player of our time. I first heard about him from my dad, who marveled at the scrawny high school kid's exploits on the football field and the court.
He was one of our most gifted.
Iverson for three, yes!
He took on a golden child image. He was cocky. That's what you love.
Walk in the hardware store, pick up the smallest nail in there, and try to bend it. Can't do it. It's tough. That's Allen Iverson.
For this transcendent high school athlete, everything changed on Valentine's Day, 1993.
You have all the black guys who said the fight started because the white guys called him a nigger. You got the white guys who said Iverson and his boys were walking through there trying to be Barney badasses.
It was the worst case of racism ever seen in the court system.
When you start injuring innocent people, you got to take responsibility for what you do.
I was convicted before I even went in court.
I believe he stayed, I believe he fought, and I believe there's accountability in that.
Always race is the elephant in the room, blocking out some of the light.
This guy was carrying a lot of hope for the black community.
And I'd be lying if I said that those things didn't hurt. People been throwing shots at me since the first time I went to jail, and it never stopped.
Hampton is on trial, Virginia's on trial, and America's on trial right here.
It almost tore this city apart.
But I mean, you know, I felt like I couldn't cry about it. You know, all I prayed for and asked God for was another opportunity at life.
You credit Tom Brokaw.
Yeah, Tom Brokaw did a lot.
Yeah.
He did a lot for me. Governor Wilder did a lot for me by giving me the clemency. And I feel like John Thompson saved my life.
Yeah.
You know, because he gave me another opportunity when everybody stopped recruiting me. I was recruited by everybody in the country in both sports. And once that incident happened, you know, everybody went away. And he gave me an opportunity.
I want to spend a minute on Georgetown because Allen and I were actually classmates together. We're in Georgetown at the same time.
Were you all dating?
No.
No, and Allen, that would have been a story.
My girl now was my girl then.
Oh, good.
Talk about the influence of Georgetown and Coach Thompson. As you said, had it not been for Coach Thompson, what would have happened to Allen Iverson?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, he saved my life. He gave me another opportunity. And all I needed was one. All I needed was one chance, and God sent them to me.
What do you want us to know about you?
That I'm not the person that everybody make me out to be.
Then who are you?
I'm a father. I'm a friend. I think I got the biggest heart in the world. A lot of times, that's not a good thing. It's
on a sports level, do you know anybody who had more skills than you did at your best?
No. No. I mean, I'm the biggest Michael Jordan fan there is.
Yeah.
He made me want to play the sport. I always wanted to be like Mike. I'm just like everybody else.
Watch this video.
You still remember that crossover, right?
Yeah, I remember.
But look at what
Alan,
look at what
yeah.
LeBron James said about you. Pound for pound, probably the greatest player who ever played. I saw Julius Erving the other day. He said he's a great man. He's a hell of a player. He was talking about you.
And then chill bumps running through my body because I have a lot of respect for both of those guys.
Well, Larry Brown said you could have been the most popular player in the league.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize the magnitude of who I was at that time because I was in the moment, and I had to fall down a lot of times to be able to get back up, and you know, I just didn't realize it. I guess at times I might have been too young, might have been too naive at times, and didn't understand who I really was to a whole culture.
Can I ask you about, because that, you know, I think your basketball skills are unmatched and well recognized, but a lot of controversy has been on your tats and your jewelry, and also that, you know, you made $150 million and that now you're struggling financially. Is that true?
That's a myth.
It's a myth.
That's a rumor. I mean, one
Which
thing,
part?
The fact that I'm struggling in any part of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what the documentary is for as well. You know, I really don't care too much about what people that don't care about me say about me, but a lot of times, you know, I get tired of defending myself, and I'll be 40 years old next month, and I'm so sick of defending myself.